Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It does not do too much. It is not proud. And it does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with and in the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It always perseveres. Love never fails. Love always, always wins. Good morning, collective. I am QUAN, and this is love of the highest vibration. Okay. So, let me see here. There, whoever you are, you're quite aware because you're at the end of a cycle, a very long cycle that could have damn near been your whole life, where through your spiritual awakenings, you've been led to the awareness that you've been targeted your entire life by a cult that is connected to a secret society whereby they go after divine people and they spiritually sell them to high-ranking witches and warlocks and people of money and status in order to utilize your energy as a human battery to manifest their lives, their businesses, wealth for themselves. And you've grown to this awareness when you became aware of your gang stalking and isolation, whoever you are. Now, this is what I'm getting. These people had access to your energy as long as you were unhealed and had not learned all the lessons and mastered yourself to a certain level or extent. They wanted you to stay in your South Node. The South Node means that your consciousness and awareness, you're operating not out of your heart chakra, but you're operating out of fear, your root chakra, okay? You might have fears and insecurities connected to your confidence, connected to not feeling emotionally safe due to abuse, not feeling safe financially. Maybe you come from a home that was unstable. You had to move around a lot. Maybe you didn't always have what you needed: clothing, food, protection, reciprocity, love, that's connected to your root chakra. So when your consciousness and awareness is operating out of fear, you're going to attract exactly what you are. And you are going to have gaps in your auric field that are wide open for low-level demons through people to connect to you and have you in toxic relationships, okay? So you may have had your share of lessons and toxic relationships, unaware that even some of those people were paid money to be with you in order to torment you, okay? Now, whoever you are, you have moved into your North Node through a lot of struggle, trial, realization, and spiritual growth and learned lessons. You've moved to the North Node, and there are no doors that are open at this time in your life for anyone to connect to you through any injury, any insecurity. There's nothing that can be manipulated in you. Your confidence only comes from within. Your love, it starts with self love, and you have love for self and love for others with boundaries. Because of your love for self, is why you protect yourself. Okay. Whoever you are, there are no doors open to the past or anyone with any energy signatures of behavior of the past. Okay. And this protects you. This is not good news for the cult that was benefiting financially from keeping you isolated, gang stalked, and only able to date or have access in dating to the people they approved that were a part of their cult, because they were siphoning from your sacral chakra. But here's the thing now, these people are trying to get an older version of you that was unhealed, that maybe was still learning lessons about your self-worth, about what you should allow and shouldn't allow, about what an overactive heart chakra and tolerating things that should not be tolerated, putting boundaries in place. That was an older version of yourself where you was an empath. You were full of love, overly loving, overly forgiving to the wrong people, overly accessible to the wrong people. You've passed that stage in your life, but these people really, really want to bind you to your past. And they want to bind you to your past so that they can match you up once again and repeat whatever they did in the first half of your life. They want to match you up with somebody that's a part of their cult that will create a toxic environment for you and connect to you sexually and drain your energy through abuse. And it's not going to happen. You're a brand new creature, just like, and when I say creature, I'm talking about the way the Bible references it. Okay. Whoever you are, you're something completely brand new. You've been born again. You've literally gone through a whole death. You've died. The old you has died. Okay, this is a new person here. Okay, you've been completely transformed. So nobody can connect to you because there are no doors open to the past way of thinking or being. Okay, these people have been trying to see if they could find anybody from your past that you might still be emotionally open to or have a heart for, or whatever the case may be, or maybe someone new that they can send toward you. But the problem is they can't find anyone to match you to or connect you to. Okay, whoever I'm talking to, see, they all have the exact same energy signature. It's the same demon. That demon can multiply like a gremlin that ate after midnight and had water after midnight and be in several different bodies at one time. It's the same demon that walked the same way. It talked the same way. It sounded the same way. It has the same expressions. The muscles in the demon's face even move the same. It don't matter who it's connected to. You are going to recognize the energy signature of the demon that wants your energy, that body hops from person to person to person. Your spiritual eyes are completely open. You can see the demon in anybody. It don't matter who they are, whether they're connected to the other person or not. It's the same energy. They all say the same thing. They can't hide their hand. And there's another part of this. Whoever you are, there is somebody that your ancestors specifically told you, and this is not going to be the same for everybody, but your ancestors identified, and this, you might be an actual high priestess. Your ancestors identified somebody specifically, and I'm not talking about an energy signature. You went to your ancestors to ask them a question specifically. You meditated and then you asked a very specific question, and they gave you a direct, straight answer. Okay. And what you asked is what you needed to do to end your spiritual warfare. Okay. What you needed to do specifically in your life and what was going on. And they literally told you that you have to reverse an ending with a specific person, not energy signature, and you're going to interview people. No, these people are unable to match you with anybody because you were given specific instructions from your ancestors, direct, and they told you exactly who to reverse an ending with. And you know exactly who that is. And whoever you are, when you first got that confirmation, this is someone you actually know. You thought that somebody hijacked your ancestors on the spiritual realm, and they were sitting somewhere back to back with duct tape around their mouth and duct tape around their wrist. And it was a familiar spirit or a trickster spirit in your face, playing in your face. This is specific for somebody. You literally thought that somebody on the spiritual realm kidnapped your ancestors. They put duct tape around their wrist and duct tape around their mouth, and they were all duct taped together in a circle, and it was a trickster spirit telling you to reverse an ending with whoever this person is I'm picking up on. So you asked for triple confirmation, and each time you got the exact same answer. Okay? Now, the reason that you were instructed to reverse an ending with no one but this person specifically is because you were not aware of spiritual contracts the way you're aware of them now and have been made aware. But what your ancestors told you was that, yes, you have a spiritual contract with this person. And if you go in another direction, the spiritual warfare for you is going to only get worse. And the reason is, just like Jonah was trying to avoid his spiritual contract in Nineveh, to go there to work with the people in Nineveh because they needed that spark. They needed a divine spark in Nineveh to at least bring some form of enlightenment and evolution to the people so that more souls could come through, the new babies that would be born, or they would be completely destroyed because the place is worthless if souls cannot be born into the humans in an area that have an opportunity to grow and evolve. Jonah tried to hop a boat and go in the opposite direction, and God touched the water and created a storm. Whoever you are, your ancestors directly told you that you have to reverse an ending with a specific person because you have a contract with that person. Okay. And it worried you at first because of a negative interaction that you had with this person in the past. Okay. So you were very concerned about that. But your ancestors revealed to you a secret about that person. And they revealed to you the reason why things lined up the way they did. And it had to happen exactly the way that it did. And they showed you exactly what that was. And they showed you why it had to play out the way it had to play out. And they showed you why everything was aligned. And this is what they explained. This is what they said. Your ancestors, okay, in order for you to fulfill your mission for your soul specifically, and this person you have a spiritual contract with, they came together spiritually. You understand? Their ancestors and your ancestors made an agreement, and they are in agreement. They are in agreement to work together to form a circle of protection around you and this partner they told you about. So there's no one else you can talk to or connect with that these people can try to send. They can try to cause delays. They can think, well, if we delay and separate her long enough or him long enough, they'll eventually talk to somebody else. We'll send interference. We'll send somebody else in disguise. No one can trick you or fool you with the delay, with a blockage. There's nothing anyone can do to confuse you because your ancestors gave you perfect clarity who to connect with. And they told you that the only way that they were going to form a circle of protection around you was if you connected with the person that you have this specific contract with. Okay? And they said, because your ancestors and their ancestors are in agreement. Let me explain how this works. Okay. And it's not the same for everybody. Okay. It's not the same for everybody. You got two families in the South. Okay. These two families are well off financially, doing good. And they also practice integrity. They're good people in their families that know how to balance their dark and light energy. They not trashy, and they don't deal with no trash. Now, JoJo decides he meets somebody that start doing sex magic on him, and she trying to marry into that family. She don't love him, but she want to marry into that family because she know this person about to get some inheritance money. So she do her sex magic and sleep with JoJo, or say Joanna. Joanna is an heiress in her family, and there is a dirty dog, okay, that lacks integrity, that thinks if he can hook up with Joanna and love bomb Joanna and do sex magic on her, he can marry his way into this family. And if he can control her mind, he might have access to their family money. Now, the parents of Joanna's family, they already can see straight through because they're older and they have wisdom, and they can literally see straight through macho wacho that's trying to seduce Joanna or JoJo or whatever the case may be. So the parents, they are not in agreement with this relationship. So they tell them, I'm not going to protect you. I'm not going to protect your finances. If you want to be with our Joanna, you get a job and you provide and protect for her or yourself. She's going to move out this house and you're going to provide for her and take care of her, but we're not going to help you out of your own money. And JoJo, not JoJo, whoever Joanna was about to get married to, they decide to leave her and they break up with her because they thought they were going to live off of her parents' money. But when her parents made it very clear that they don't approve of this relationship, so if you truly love her, then anything that you do for her is going to come out of your own pocket. If you wanted to marry her, we're not going to give you any money, and you're not going to get access to any of our money. So he leaves because that defeats the whole purpose now. And the same thing the other way around, because these two families, they are aware of people that know how to scandal the children of wealthy people. You understand? When their children are still in a naive state. You understand? Now, JoJo and Joanna meet each other, okay? And both of them come from good families, and both of them, and they ask who his people or who her people, okay? And when they find out who your people are, and they meet up with them, they like them because they're the same people and they on the same page. So they're in agreement to the connection because they have a like understanding and they don't see any alternative agenda. And that's how it works in the spiritual realm with certain contracts. Whoever you are, you have divine ancestors. And this person does too. It doesn't matter who you're blood related to on the physical realm. You come, whoever you are, you come from a real divine lineage. And your ancestors made an agreement and are in agreement with this other person's ancestors. Okay? When you first came in contact with them, they were not ready. But something had to happen as a result of you mirroring, both of you mirroring to each other who both of you are. And then you separated. Okay? And then the work had to be done. Okay? And your ancestors, in order, again, to provide you a circle of complete protection all the way around, financially, physically, health-wise, in every way possible, okay, in order to protect that, they're in agreement to work together. You have to be with the person that you have a contract with because of your spiritual ranking. Now, if you tried to connect with somebody else, what's going to happen is your people, I'm talking about spiritually, your ancestors is going to look at whoever you connect with and look and see who their ancestors are and be like, who they? Who the hell are these people? And as they coming out looking all decrepit, with reprobate minds, looking retarded and sounding retarded, some raggedy ass ancestors, like, hey, glad to meet you. Hey, how you doing? I see your son want to marry my daughter, and he's like, the devil is a lie. You lying to me? No, we're not working together with y'all. Your family, no, absolutely not. You're not spiritually ranked. You'll have a reprobate mind. You don't have clear sight. You're not balanced. You have to be on a certain level. And your family has not, your people haven't done the work. Who the hell are you? Hell no. We're not even going to sit down and have a meeting with you. That's what's going on here. You understand? If you try to be with someone else, you're not going to get the protection that you need. Your ancestors are going to walk away from anybody else you connect with and whoever their spiritual backing is, if they even have it. They're not going to work together with them because they don't know them. They don't energetically speak the same language as them even. They're not even in the same category. So they're going to be like, we don't know who they are. We're not even going to associate ourselves. In order to get the protection, the full protection of your ancestors, okay, you have to be in alignment. Whoever you are, you have a spiritual ranking, and you have to be with the person that has the same ranking as you, that your ancestors are in agreement with, and they will protect you all the way around. In other words, if your ancestors can provide protection in the northern hemisphere, your partner's ancestors, they're going to provide full protection and coverage in the southern hemisphere. And they're going to make sure that any direction y'all going, y'all are completely covered, because they're going to literally be communicating with each other and working together to protect y'all and to protect your purpose and to protect your union. But that can't happen with a stranger. Now we're talking about spiritual things, what's actually going on in the spiritual realm. Okay? So that's what I'm getting. Whoever you are, there is no one from your past or no one new in the present that they can connect you specifically with. And the reason is because you asked the question. You asked, what do I have to do to end this spiritual warfare for good? What do I have to do? Because you didn't think that it was possible to connect with anybody, period, from your past. You didn't see that. But your ancestors gave you straight confirmation. They told you to take a deeper look. They told you that something was going on that you were missing and not seeing. And they showed you that something was actually a trick, something you were looking at in your divine partner. You were missing something, and they told you be patient and look a little deeper. You might have been like, y'all done lost your mind. Y'all want me dead? This is a trickster spirit trying to set me up to be unalived. But no, that's not the case. They wanted you to stop, breathe, and be patient and wait and look a little bit deeper, because you were not seeing the full picture and you were not seeing what was really, really going on. And when you fine-tuned into this person and looked in to see what was really going on, then you caught it. You caught it in little glimpses. They was wearing a mask. Okay? The person was wearing a mask, but to reveal their true self and take the mask off would put everybody in danger. Everyone that's important in this scenario, it would put you in danger. It would put them in danger. You understand? Everything had a divine purpose. Everything had to happen a certain way. Once you tuned in finally and you saw the little glimmers here and confirmation from your ancestors, and you saw the mask slip a little and then go back up, that's when you got confirmation of what was really going on. And that's when you were told to back the hell up and shut the hell up and let it play out, because you were already showed what was unraveling. Okay, whoever you are, you're gonna know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this reading real quick and see what in the world going on here. I'm picking up on. What are the messages, Holy Divine Spirit? Your person was a trickster, but whoever you are, you might be a trickster too. But your person was actually a trickster and you wasn't picking up on it. Yes, this is talking about an alignment. Okay, this is talking about a chakra alignment, the chakras, the morning star. Okay, the star. Your person is connected to a very bright star, and they are actually anointed, and they are actually a star. Okay, in something that they have a certain type of skill and ability that is perfectly compatible with you. Y'all don't have the same things. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like, and this is silly, but it's to make a point. It's almost like you fit together perfectly because this person has a penis, you have a vagina. That means you go inside and they have the outside part like a puzzle. Yeah, I know it's silly, but it's made to fit together. But this is how your gifts actually are. Whatever the gifts are that you and this person possess, they're two separate parts, right? They're completely two separate parts that go together. You understand? Of course, you have to have a whole. Yeah, I know, y'all. Don't laugh. Stop laughing at me. Of course, you have to have a hole because the hot dog has to be able, the penis got to be able to fit in the hole, right? Two separate different parts. And they're opposite parts because that's how they fit together. And that's the example for some reason I'm using. I don't know why, but that's the example they want me to give. No, they don't. That's the example I gave. And it was lame. But the point I'm making is we're talking about a spiritual ability that you and this person have. You have spiritual, like sexual parts. You understand? It's two different spiritual parts and talents and gifts and abilities that you and this person contain. You serve one function and they serve the other. And when the two of you come together as one, it's going to create a weapon so devastating that has to do with whatever your purpose is. Literally. It's almost like one person is a gun and the other person is a clip with the bullets in it. You understand? Whoever you are the divine feminine. He is the divine masculine. Okay? And spiritually, you have a specific power and gift. It could even just be your energy. And then your partner, he knows and has the knowledge of what to do and how to use the energy. You understand? It's some kind of way that y'all have two different things, but you're supposed to come together to work together in that type of a way. And that's why your ancestors will not allow you to be with anybody else in peace, and they won't protect any other union, and vice versa. They're not going to provide financial protection. They're not going to provide physical protection, protection to your health, protection from outside invaders. You and this person are not just spiritually protected. You have help. Oh, yeah. Both you and this person actually have spiritual backing that is battling in your blind side. Places and things that y'all don't even see that are being covered for you because of who you are and because now both of you understand the assignment. So these people, they can try to block, they can try to delay as long as they want. But you cannot connect with anyone except for the person you were given direct instructions from your ancestors to connect with, and to go against them because they have been protecting you would mean to forfeit your protection. You already know to go against this alignment because of your spiritual ranking, it's going to be bad for you. It's going to prolong your spiritual warfare. It's not going to work. You got it. That's it. So people can delay and try to create conflict and cause a blockage, but nothing is going to change. You're not going to connect with anyone except for the one person specifically that was pointed out to you by your ancestors. And that's it. Nobody else. That's it. That's what they told you to do. All right. Let's go. What are the messages? All right, give me some cards. The energy crown is read, please, and thank you. They said these people could search. That's that. Nothing else out of here. They said these people, they could search all they want. The Two of Wands reverse. And what this card talks about is teamwork. This actually talks about teamwork. It talks about two people working together in synchronicity. This is the Two of Wands in reverse also. All right, we'll put that there. What is the energy? Crown in this read. Holy Divine Spirit. Okay. I have the White Tara. This is the World card in reverse here. I'm going to put that right there. Somebody might have been stuck in a cycle. Somebody might not have had cooperation or teamwork from somebody, or somebody was not in sync with somebody to do something. Okay. I have Para Nirvana. Para Nirvana. Is this it? The Nine of Vajras in reverse. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Somebody's getting unstuck. Thank you, Spirit. That's it. It's divine intervention. This person was connected to the wrong person. I'm going to tell y'all these cards in 2 seconds. I'm not going to make this too long, but I'm just giving a message. Somebody was with the wrong partner. And see, the thing about this is, if this person did not choose you at first, this is not about ego. This is about divine alignment. It's not about, well, since you went over there and chose that first, you can't come over here now because I don't play second fiddle. It's not about ego. This is not about ego at all whatsoever. You're more mature than that. Your partner is more mature than that. It's not about who chose who first and who lined up with. It's not about any of that. Everything happened in divine order because there were lessons that needed to be learned by both of you. You understand? And had this person not connected with the wrong person, okay, then those lessons would not be learned. And it would make things worse because y'all wouldn't be able to move forward until these lessons were mastered. You understand? If they connected with you too early on, and it would destroy whatever your mission is spiritually. I don't know. Y'all might be spiritual assassins. Y'all literally might be spiritual assassins. You might be the gun, and you might be the clip with the bullets, and he might be the gun. But the point is, it's not about who he chose first or was with or whatever. It's not, that's connected to your ego. This is about mastery. And this is about alignment, divine alignment. And this is about your actual purpose. You understand? So what I have here is somebody was working against him. Somebody was partnered with somebody that went against their divine purpose. This is two people. It represents teamwork. But it can't be teamwork if you're working against that person's true goal. This person was imbalanced when they were connected with the wrong partner. They couldn't balance their dark and light energy. Okay? Whoever this partner of yours is, they're here to destroy. That's part of their mission. Part of their mission is to destroy. But it's destroy what? Okay, that's what I just heard. Oh, they get in destructive energy. They're supposed to get in destructive energy. That is their sole purpose. But what are they supposed to destroy is the question. You understand? Whoever they were with, they didn't have teamwork. And the reason is because they were not in alignment. They were not properly balancing their dark and light energy. And their energy, skills, and abilities were being wasted on the wrong thing. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse here. Okay. Teamwork in the reverse. And they were in a cycle. The world in reverse. It talks about someone doing the same thing over and over again, and not getting new results. It's when a lesson has not been learned yet. When you keep doing the same thing over and over again, they were stuck in a cycle. The world in the upright, the white represents enlightenment. That means you've learned the lesson and something has changed for you because you either stopped doing something or started doing the right thing. Okay. So this person ended up in a cycle. They ended up stuck in some kind of cycle where something was not going the way they expected it to. Pati Nirvana. This talks about Siddhartha when he gave up the ghost and died. I feel like the wrong person they were with by divine intervention might be dying right now. And they might be dying because they needed to be transitioned up out of here because they were the one that was their karmic enemy that was in their life to keep them stuck, to stop them from their mission. This is the card they want me to read to you. Okay. It's the Nine of Swords in reverse here. Okay. This is the person that might have been their op, was keeping this person in a mental imprisonment. Parinirvana is when Siddhartha had completed his teaching mission and he, on his own, decided it was time to go. It's supposed to be on his 81st birthday. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 is the number of completion. They said he gave up the ghost. They said he ate a pork chop and gave up the ghost. I'm not going to pull out the book right now, but they said that after all the years of clean living and being a great teacher, right before he knew it was time for him to give up the ghost, he already had his contract until the age of 81. Okay. And he just decided he was going to eat something. In the book, it says he ate something that was made out of pork. And after he ate it and enjoyed it, he died. He gave up the ghost and transitioned, which is funny because it just sounded to me like he'd been fiending for a pork chop and he gave up certain foods during his mission so that he could be a clear channel. And then when he decided his mission was over, he said, before I die, let me get a pork chop. I could read it. It's in the book. But he was like, let me get a pork chop and let me suck on a pork chop before I go, just for old time's sake. And that's what he did. If this card come out another day, I'll read it for y'all. I ain't lying. I'll pull it out for you if you want to see. Okay. So this person helped this person, believe it or not, this karmic, to learn a lesson. Okay. They help them to reach a level of mastery. We are all here to mirror to each other the things that we need to learn about ourselves, wherein we need to make corrections within ourselves. All of us, every last one of us. Okay. I almost want to read to y'all about the pork chop that he ate, but we're going to keep this reading going. If I stumble on it, I'll read it to y'all. But yeah, when he finished his mission, he went to his assistant and said, fry me a pork chop. It wasn't a pork chop, but it was made out of pork, and he ate it. And then he got sick from eating it. And then he gave up the ghost after he got sick, after he ate it. But only because he knew his teaching mission was over. So he was like, I'm good. He was like, but before I leave, just like me, once I reach a certain age, I'm going to get me a big old, I'm going to get a big pot of oxtail to take me out of here. That's how I'm going to. I've already decided when it's my time to go, I'm going to get me a big pot. I'm going to cook a 7-pound pot of oxtail, and I'm going to sit there, no rice, no nothing else. And I'm going to suck on every bone and eat a whole pot of oxtail before I go on to glory. I've already made my decision. Yup. I'm going to have steak, shrimp, oxtail, all on one plate. I don't care. Y'all be like, oh, that's indulgent. Yup. Because after I do this mission, after all I've been through, I'm going to have me a drink on my way out too. I'm going to tell y'all, I remember my father had a heart attack and he was in an emergency room. And he didn't want to, he thought it was time. And he did not want to go in no damn emergency room with all them things on his chest. It was an artery to his heart blocked, and they was about to admit him to the hospital. And he ripped them things off his chest, and he called a taxi. And because my brother said he wasn't going to take him out the hospital in the middle of a heart attack, and he said, "Well, I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna call me a taxi." So he forced my brother and me to go ahead and follow him out the hospital with his ass showing, with the gown around him, because he was like, "I ain't think about your or no heart attack." My father chopped his arm. He did like this, ha! He chopped his arm just like that, to unblock his artery. Child, them old folks know what to do. Rest his soul. He going now. But and then he forced my brother to stop and pick him up a steak and cheese. Okay, and then stop at the beer store and get him a 6-pack of Heineken, and then he locked himself in his room. And in the morning, he came out like nothing ever happened, and we were like, "What happened to the heart attack?" He was like, I'm telling you, he like, "What happened to the heart attack?" And he was like, "I don't care. I thought it was gonna be my last night, and I knew y'all wasn't gonna let me have a beer and a steak and cheese in that damn hospital. So, I had to do what I had to do. Shoot, I'm not going out with tubes, miserable. You go out like that." All right, I got it. You go out like that. Damn it. Absolutely not. When I go out, I'm telling you, it's going to be shrimp, lobster, a thing of butter, melted butter, shrimp, lobster, maybe some king crab legs, some oxtail. I'm going to have a whole bowl. A whole bowl. I'm just. Okay. So what this says, they wanted me to read this card to you right here. A dragon swallows the sun and the moon. A dream or a vision of this nature is believed to foretell a serious threat or illness. Oh, somebody might be sick. This card represents fear of the future. In the Lotus Sutra, Buddha told the story of a man who, when he became drunk at his friend's house, he fell into a deep sleep. While he was asleep, his friend sewed a precious jewel into his clothes it's the right one. His friend sewed a precious jewel into his clothing as a present to him. The next morning, the man continued on his travels. Eventually, he reached a foreign land where, because of fear of hunger and cold, he worked as a slave. Now, remember, fear with that root chakra energy comes from not having. This man was afraid he wouldn't be able to pay his bills and keep food on the table and have shelter from the cold, because he was going into a brand new land, which could symbolize a new area of your life, a new season of your life, a new occupation, job, go work for yourself, right? Maybe he was relocating. During the time that he slaved and worked at difficult tasks, he did not realize that he owned a precious jewel that he could buy him any comfort. We are all like this man. We fear more than we need to, and therefore make ourselves more uncomfortable than we need to. Work should be constructive and not fearful. Okay? And I made some notes here. Ego due to the pride, hiding behind shame. It's fear that stops us sometime from speaking to the people we need to speak to, connecting with who we need to connect to. Sometimes it's the ego, and sometimes these things hold us back from making the moves that we need to make, that are going to put us in alignment to manifest the things that will make our life easier and not harder. Okay? Fear can stop you from connecting with the right people. Now, the reason that this came out and it came in reverse is whoever this masculine is, he was in a connection and he was operating out of some of the lower frequency emotions that are under the umbrella of fear. We all know there are only two major emotions. One is fear and one is love. And all the other emotions, good and bad, They either are going to fall under fear or they're going to fall under love, right? This person was dealing with some emotions that might have been connected to fear. It could be fear of rejection. It could have been emotional codependence to validation from others that might have been responsible for signing his paycheck. It could have been being connected to the larger group with the that the most popular, being connected to groups that had some kind of reputation, like having a government job, working for important people, or getting a certain type of position, whatever it is. This person was operating out of fear, and they might have been in a connection with somebody that was feeding their fears. They might have been in a connection of some form of emotional codependence, where they were being manipulated, and their connection to this person kept them working with people their person was connected to, a group people were connected to. You understand? And the people that they were connected to were utilizing this person's gifts the wrong way. They were utilizing this person's gifts in a way that drained them. It was an emotional and energetic and psychological drain on their emotions, on their energy, on their creativity, giving up way more of their time and their energy and efforts to people that did not appreciate it, people that did not really care anything about them, that just wanted to use them for everything they could get from this person. Their strength, their energy, their creativity, their efforts that they put in for breadcrumbs. To breadcrumb this person, to not appreciate them, to be disrespectful, people that did not respect their work or respect anything, or that people that were vampires, emotional vampires and manipulators that only wanted to take from them for their own selfish needs and their own selfish purpose. Their connection, possibly to whoever this karmic energy kept them connected and binded to the people they were working with that did not appreciate them, and had them overworking themselves when they really don't have to work that hard. All they have to do is work smart. And smart would be being in alignment with all the people and things you're supposed to be in alignment. Then things go a lot smoothly, just like your connection with the ancestors. You will see how quickly things line up for you financially and spiritually. Protections, connections, everything will line up and fall like lotuses in front of you, literally, your feet that you step on the ground when you're in the alignment that you're supposed to be in. The only reason this person had to work so hard was because they're working for the wrong people, and they're aligned with the wrong people that are abusing their talent, skills, and abilities, and working even harder to keep this person blinded from the fact that they're only using them and they don't give a damn about them. Okay? So I'm going to put this up here. Okay? What the story was talking about is this person might not have really appreciated their own value and realized that they were the gift. That's the other thing they wanted me to say. This person did not realize that they were the gift. They literally was the gift to these people. You understand? Whoever this person is, the gift is inside of them. Okay, like the man that had the jewel that his friend sewed inside his clothing. That jewel was worth $1 billion. He was rich. He could do anything with that jewel, but he wasn't paying attention to that jewel, the value inside of himself, because he was too busy fearing that he wouldn't have enough if he didn't align himself with the people he was connected to. So by aligning himself with these people, he overworked himself because he was in fear of not having enough. Okay? And he burned himself out working with these people. When the gift is inside of him, all he got to do is connect with the right people, and everything else will fly open for him. Wealth, abundance, prosperity, every single thing that he would ever want and need, but he has to get in the right alignment, get into the right place. You ever saw a vendor that was vending whatever they were selling, their goods, and they couldn't make any money at all whatsoever? No money was coming through. And then they relocated. They relocate, same business, same everything. And suddenly their store is selling out every single day because they were in the wrong location trying to sell whatever the product was they was trying to sell. You understand? And when they relocated to a better spot, suddenly business took off. Okay. This person had to reposition themselves with the people that are in alignment with his ancestors and in alignment with his purpose. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. But that was part of the actual master plan here. All right. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the messages? Merkaba in reverse. Somebody can't astral project anymore. Activation, sacred geometry activations. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the messages, please, and thank you. What are the messages, please, and thank you. What's this? Synergy. Okay. What is this? Passion in reverse. All right, these two came out. Soul time. Okay, I have soul time. I have to read that one to you. I have solar plexus in the reverse. I have synergy. I have to read that one to you too. Child, they be talking to me while I'm doing this. Passion in reverse. Solar plexus. And then I have synergy. Why did these pop out here? Conception, Gaia. Okay, got it. Heart chakra in reverse. That was it. Root chakra. Oh yeah, they didn't come out for no reason. Divine feminine in reverse. Divine masculine in reverse. Authority in reverse. And prosperity. Got it. Emergence. Yes, come through spirit. Come through spirit. Man, I love this. I absolutely love this. Okay, the two cards they told me to read to you all. Okay, soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. You understand? This has to do with who you and this other person are as a soul. Yeah, the corporal body, this body is mortal. You understand? It's going to go back into the soil where it came from, along with all the metals, and the elements it's made up of. It's going to go right back to where it came from. But the soul of who you are through many, many lifetimes has a divine contract with this other soul. You understand? And that's immortal. And this is what's important here. This synergy, y'all coming together because of who and what your soul is. You and this person has spent many lifetimes together. I'll tell you a secret. Y'all want me to tell y'all a secret? Y'all gonna laugh. This person that you have to come together with, can I tell them? Yeah. In a past life, you were a magician. In the past life, and you've had many past lives, but the most recent past life with this person, you were a magician. Okay. You were a magician and they were your apprentice and you taught them every single thing that they know. And in this life, you were sat down on your ass because you did too much in the past life. and they have carried what they learned in the past life from you to this life, and they are able, they've been able to fight for you and to protect you in this lifetime because you were their teacher in the past life. I'm gonna explain. In this life, you're a woman, they're a man. In the past life, both of you were men, and you were a magician, and you were messy too. You were a very messy one, but you were a magician, and this person was your apprentice. This person learned everything about magic from you, and then they went off and used that magic to steal from people. I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth because I have a reading I did about it. I have a reading I did about it a couple months back. You literally taught this person everything they knew about magic. Y'all were like this, two peas in a pot. Okay? Two men. And they took everything that they learned from you, and you were a little bit abusive, and you also made this person work for you and labor for you before you took them on as an apprentice. They spent a lot of time with you, but later on in their life, once they mastered being a magician, they went off. This person literally went off and used all the magic that they learned from you, and they were stealing from all kind of people. They were stealing from all kind of wealthy people. They had women that they were doing sex magic with, that they were sending to wealthy men to get their energy so they could do magic on them. This is what they were doing in a past life. I ain't lying. And you're the one that taught them how to do it because you were a magician in a past life, and you were energy harvesting from a couple of men that in this life have been energy harvesting from you and one or two women. I'm sorry to break that to you. If you want to go back in my readings and take a look at it, I did 2 or 3 past life readings. And whoever you are, you were a magician in a past life, a man, and you had several women. You had several women that you kept as your concubines, and not in a good way too, because you treated them like damn slaves and had them isolated, and you were energy harvesting from them. You were using them as human batteries as a man magician, these women. These women were men in this life that you dated. In this lifetime, all the women that you energy harvested and used as human batteries, where you were the master magician, where you were from in the past life, these are men that in this life dogged you out. You dated them, and they took a contract to try to sacrifice you, energy harvest from you, and play games with you. And the reason is because in the past life, you were the man, a magician, and you were energy harvesting from these women's wombs. You were not loving on them. You were not in relationships. You treated them like human batteries. It just is. Yeah, it is. It's part of the process. It's okay. But that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I did a reading for y'all and showed y'all it. The magician popped out. If I could show, when I did the reading, literally the magician popped right out the damn deck. They literally gave me full confirmation that your ass was a goddamn magician, and you were energy. They showed every single woman that you energy harvested from as a human battery for damn near their whole life. You took their whole life from them, energy harvesting from them, and then in this life they manifested as men that signed a contract to sacrifice you and to be in relationships with you that were toxic so they could energy harvest back from you. What's this? The Princess of Sacred Circles, the Hermit. Child, that's Virgo energy. Yup. Oh, look at that. Here it is. Child, if you go back in my readings, I did a whole past life. I did a whole past life using these cards right here, and the magician had popped out. And it gave you the whole damn story of what was playing out right now for you. You might have picked up a lot of feminine energy from some of the men that you may have dated and been like, what the hell? Is something really, really familiar about you? Is something really familiar about you? What is it about you? That's what it is. Those were your women in the past life. If this resonates with you. So, soul time You have been through many lifetimes with this soul. That's why you have a divine contract in this lifetime, and y'all have to work together. You don't have a choice. Or you're gonna be like Jonah on that boat. That it's gonna be a storm. That boat's gonna flip over. Okay. I have solar plexus chakra in reverse. I'm gonna pull that in just a minute and see what that's talking about. Passion in reverse and synergy is what they wanted me to read to you. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co creations can give birth to a new reality. You and this person are supposed to do this. Synergy. You're supposed to come together. Okay. A new way, and it's a new way of doing things that maybe you're going to have to model possibly for other people that are stuck in an old way of thinking and an old way of living and believing and manifesting. A new way. The two of you might model as teachers and display a new way of manifesting for people that have been stuck doing something in old ways. Synergy. It's something new that the two of you are going to do together. Okay. Now, what I have here is conception and Gaia. Okay. Gaia has to do with your mission here on earth. Okay. And what you're going to give birth to with conception. Where are my cards at? What is conception? Holy Spirit. Clarify conception. Yeah, something is over now. The Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles reverse. Something is over. Somebody was not able, the Eight of Pentacles reverse. Somebody was not able to drain somebody. Somebody was not able to drain somebody in order to do magic, to change somebody's decision with judgment in the reverse. And it might have something to do with a marriage, because this is a marriage that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, somebody was trying to get a marriage, but this is a different type of a soulmate. Okay. This is a past life dynamic playing out, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. That Wheel of Fortune is talking about a past life dynamic that's playing out in this life. And somebody felt completely defeated. A Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. And a High Priestess. Somebody wanted to take your place, and she's a prostitute. And she thought that if she could seduce this man and get him to work with her against you to get your energy, she could get married to this man and sit in your position. I don't even want to say throne. This is even bigger than a throne. This has to do with an actual divine mission where you all are supposed to set an example and lead the way for other people, maybe a whole community of people. Okay. It's several divine partnerships that are here specifically to help. I heard lead people into a new age. This has to do with leading people into a new age, a new way of doing things. People that are lost, people that are stuck in their south node because they have not yet learned to balance their dark and light energy, because people have been lying to them and misguiding them and making them believe that the only way you can manifest is by taking from another. The only way you can manifest is by doing blood sacrifice. The only way you can manifest is by doing the way they did things in the Old Testament in the Bible. Blood sacrifice, idols, deities, and this, that, and the other. There's a new way to manifest. It's leading people into a new paradigm. Help lead people out of their south node into their north node. And how? Through love, empathy, compassion, through balancing of the chakras. Okay? And you do this by setting the example. There's a prostitute here that wanted to partner with this person that was trying to get rid of you, the High Priestess. Okay? but this is not something, maybe she wanted to conception, have a baby or something like that with the four of wands, a marriage. Maybe she was doing some earth magic is what I'm hearing too. Now I have root chakra here, and I also have heart chakra in the reverse. The reason this man was stuck in a cycle was because his heart chakra was blocked. And the most important part to your evolution and expanding in consciousness and awareness, and not even trying to like make it sound like it's all deep like that. For anyone that does not understand what expanding consciousness and awareness is, and I know y'all know, but sometimes it might be someone that might not fully understand what that means. Awareness and consciousness simply means that when you was a newborn baby, you were only aware of your mama's nipple if she breastfed you, and that was your whole world. That nipple being shoved in your mouth, and that's what sustained you. And then by 3 months, you recognized your mama's face. You didn't even know you were living in a crib yet, but your whole world was a face and a nipple now. Now your whole entire world is a face and a nipple. And you believe that that's what the world consists of, a face and a nipple. And by the time you turned 2 years old, you were aware that you're in a crib with bars, and that crib is inside of a room. And you might be aware that that room is inside of a house, because by then you're being moved around inside of a house. So now your consciousness and awareness has expanded to the knowledge of places you didn't know about before and things you didn't know about before, like bathrooms, like a kitchen, other rooms in the house, a television set. See, now that you're getting older, you're able to venture out and see other things. And that's consciousness and awareness. Now, by the time you're 4 years old, you're going to the playground, and you might even be going to preschool or daycare. Now, your consciousness and awareness of the world is that there's an outside and inside. There's a room that you sleep in that you remember when you were a baby, but outside of that room, you're aware that's a room inside a house, and you're aware that that house is a house on a street where there are other homes. So you're on a planet, or you're in an open space, and there are other kids your age like you, and you all meet together at a place that's another building. So your consciousness has expanded because you're aware of more things, people, places, faces, and you understand? That's what consciousness and awareness is. When you become aware of things that you didn't know were there before, you didn't see before, you didn't know existed before. That's all it means in a nutshell. Nothing spectacular. Okay. So whoever you are, your consciousness and awareness, somebody's consciousness and awareness was operating maybe out of fear and out of lack. And this might be due to fear, emotionally, wanting not to be rejected, wanting recognition, wanting acceptance, wanting to be liked and loved by people and appreciated. That's what all of us want. Okay, that's what every last one of us want. But root chakra and heart chakra, their heart chakra was blocked because they didn't have the cooperation, teamwork. Because the person that was working with them only knows how to destroy. The person that they were teamed up with only knows how to destroy and knows how to manifest abundance, stealing from people, knows how to hurt people, harm people, and do destructive things. And to do the things that they were doing, their heart chakra had to be completely closed and blocked off. No empathy and compassion. There was no balance between their dark and light energy. Okay, which actually restricts the amount of energy they would have access to. Okay, and it has to do with their safety. When you are with someone with a blocked heart chakra, that means they don't have empathy and compassion, which means they don't love you for you, and they don't genuinely care about you or appreciate you. All they care about is the position that you serve them in their life, whatever they need to use you for. And when you're connected to people like that, you can never feel emotionally safe. which means you can never be truly yourself and let your mask down, which means you can't be emotionally vulnerable, which means you feel like you're locked up in a prison. Your emotions, your true self, your true thoughts, you have to wear a mask because you don't feel safe, because you're connected to people that aren't safe. You're connected to people that don't truly care about you on a soul level, on an organic level, that don't love you. So you're walking around guarded and tense. So of course you're not going to access the full potential of all of your power when you're tensed up like that, because you're walking around on eggshells and paranoid. If you got a friend that makes you feel paranoid in your life, a friend, a lover, a relationship, you got to get out immediately. You should never be in a relationship, married to, or in a friendship, even same sex or opposite sex, with someone that you keep getting feelings of, not from your own insecurity, but I mean, they give you red flags that you're trying to ignore, but that make you feel paranoid. Like, I'm gonna just keep an eye on them because that last little that negging comment that they made, I don't know, because I saw that side eye, when I asked, did these pants look right on me? Girl, you look nice. And then I saw her turn to Cinderella over there, and they both gave me the side eye when they thought that I wasn't looking. And I felt some kind of way, And when I asked about it, she said, no, girl, you didn't see what you thought you saw. Girl, you paranoid. That's right, scissors. When you feel intuitive nudges, don't ever doubt yourself or let nobody gaslight you about friends and people. When you see somebody's eyes quickly connect with another person, out the side, when you make a comment, or when you think everybody is cool with you, but really they're fake solidarity, because they have psychological issues and they're crazy, and they're like, no, girl, we're all friends here. No, no, you can be vulnerable with us. Tell us what your relationship problem is. We're here to support you. And then you catch that little glance between two of the women, and it's real fast. Their eyes connect and disconnect real fast, and they think you don't catch it. That glance means that both of them are laughing at you, and they're not really in solidarity with you, and that they just want to know your business because later on they're going to use it against you and talk about you. And they're fake friends, fake solidarity. They have psychological issues. They're not real friends, men and women. Pay attention to the little things. Heart chakra was blocked because of the people they were connected to. And deep down, they knew that they couldn't be vulnerable and trust these type of people, but they had not yet fully did what they needed to do to heal and fully examine it. Okay. Now, by being in these type of connections with people that they could not trust, it kept them off kilter. Divine masculine in reverse, divine feminine in reverse. This connection that they were in literally had them thrown off. Okay. It had them operating out of their lower self. Okay. Their divine masculine energy, that means they were not able to fully execute and exercise their intellect and integrate it with their intuition in a healthy way. Okay. And they made some bad decisions. Okay. Divine masculine in reverse. And it's because they were not balanced in their they were not balanced, left brain, right brain. Their feminine energy and masculine energy. When it's distorted and not balanced, and you don't have embody love, empathy, and compassion, one, in yourself, because if you love yourself, then you're not going to allow yourself to be emotionally invested in and connected to people that don't mean you any good. You understand? I didn't say do business, because you have to do business with people of all kinds that don't mean you well either. That's just part of life. But you operate with them out of strict left brain when you're dealing with these people. But this person was emotionally connecting with people that didn't mean them any well, which has said something about their own self-love. Once you really love yourself, then you're going to protect yourself like no other. and the things and steps you take to protect yourself is becoming emotionally unavailable to anyone that doesn't want the absolute best for you, because you want the absolute best for yourself, don't you? Hell yeah. You want the best for yourself. Why wouldn't you want the best? You deserve the best. You deserve the best love. You deserve loyalty. You deserve protection from your friends and the people you allow to have access to you. You deserve those things. You give it to yourself by protecting yourself, and you give it to yourself by creating boundaries with anyone that cannot give you safety. So divine feminine and masculine was in reverse because their heart chakra was blocked. And that's why their authority was revoked. Whatever type of spiritual authority this person was given, it was revoked. It was revoked because you cannot be granted the ultimate high spiritual authority. You cannot do that unless you can come in partnership with your divine feminine within yourself and outside of yourself. And your woman as a man has to be in alignment too. And if your woman is in alignment, your divine partner, you can't come in partnership with her unless you're in alignment. You understand? And you cannot reach your full level of authority until you come in union. You understand? So their authority was revoked because they were not in alignment with their right partner. Okay? So right now, what's going on, I have prosperity. This is all about to change now because you're getting ready to come in union with the person that you were given specific instructions about, and they were also given specific instructions about you. And it's going to manifest so much prosperity and abundance. So much prosperity and abundance that it's going to set the tone for other people to, you're going to lead by example, is what they're telling me. Whoever you are going to lead by example. Now, let me quickly, because what came out here? Heart chakra. Yeah, root and heart chakra came out, but I'm just going to pull solar plexus here because it came out in reverse here. Yeah, it's given an energy like to be accepted by the person that wanted to get married to them. They had to lower their standards in order to be socially accepted. You understand? Because the person that wanted to get married to them is low vibrational and uncaring and unloving. Okay? And they can't balance their dark and light energy, and they're nasty to other people. And they don't have any empathy and compassion. So in order for this divine masculine to be in a marriage with this person and to be cool with all the people this person is being with, the divine masculine would have to also not have any empathy and compassion. They also would have to be cold and cutting and nasty, low vibrational, mean for no reason. They would have to embody all the negative, low vibrational, narcissistic traits of their wife and their wife's friends, because all of them are nasty. All of them have no empathy and compassion for others. All of them are selfish, self-indulgent, self-seeking, consumed narcissists that only care about themselves. All of them. You understand? Just some really low vibing energy. All of them make bad decisions. All of them will hurt innocent people, and rake up bad karma. So your divine masculine literally had to lower his vibration, eliminate and get rid of his empathy and compassion, block his chakra, and be low vibing, mean, nasty, cold, calculating, and heartless to all the wrong people, to the wrong people. Because there is a time and a place for every emotion and everything. Because it's some people you're going to have to go to war with that deserve everything coming to them. Don't get it twisted. We are both dark and light. And you go and come through the dark so that you can defend and protect the light. So there is a time and there is a place for the darkness. Trust. Okay? And your divine masculine has that darkness in them, but it's for the right people. You understand? That's part of life. It's part of balance. It's not all light. No. Darkness too, because to defend the light, you have to know how to fight in the dark too. All right. So this person, they had to have bitter, hateful, angry energy, but for the wrong type of people. And that's where they were going the wrong way. Okay. What is solar plexus? And we're going to jump into this read. They said do 3. Fearfulness. It's jumping in my hand. Okay. Somebody might have just been operating out of fearfulness. All right. I can feel my fingers shaking right now. So these cards are going to be popping out all kind of ways. I don't know what this is. We'll see in a minute. Somebody might be sick right now. What I'm getting is somebody might be dying with this para nirvana here. Yeah, somebody might be dying or transitioning. Somebody has like the shakes, like somebody is shaking. I have diabetes. Somebody might have diabetes right now. Lack of tenacity and determination when faced with obstacles. Solar plexus is blocked. Eating disorder. Somebody might be dealing with diabetes right now. They might be having emotional outbursts, or they're developing diabetes. Perfectionism. Blockage caused between 18 months and 5 years old, or in the past. And it's caused due to a lack of identity, a lack of willpower, unfulfillment, feeling unaccomplished. Okay, whoever this is the woman that he was paired up with. She might be developing diabetes right now. Okay, the reason she is the way she is because of a blockage that could have been caused by some form of trauma between the age of 18 months old and 5 years old in her childhood. Or it could be, just at any time in the childhood. But the solar plexus is being developed between 18 months and 5 years old. I'm telling y'all, between the age of birth and 11 years old is such a very important developmental part of a child's life, because there are certain things that are being developed during these ages that have to do with their emotional body, that have to do with their safety, that have to do with how they develop their own identity so they don't become a copycat. And when a child goes through trauma and is damaged, we have to really pay attention to our kids and protect them, especially during that, because they're like clay and they're being molded from birth to age 11 and being conditioned for how they will be for the rest of their life. Rearing children is to be taken very, very seriously, especially between birth and 11 years old. You have to be very overprotective about what they're exposed to and what they learn and who they're around. Okay. Whoever this woman is, she has a lack of identity, a lack of willpower, unfulfillment, and she feels unaccomplished. Okay. She has an eating disorder. She has diabetes, or she's developing diabetes. She's fearful. She lacks tenacity and determination when faced with obstacles. Perfectionism. She might be a perfectionist. Maybe she has Virgo. Maybe she has a heavy Virgo placement in her chart, and her solar plexus is blocked from, there it is, traumatic experiences. There it is. She has traumatic experiences that blocked her solar plexus. Irritability and anger is what she deals with. Okay. Anger and rage, irritability, anger, and she may have food allergies that she is dealing with as well. Okay. Food allergies. She might be shaking too. So I don't know if somebody is getting over. I don't know if somebody is going into withdrawal from alcohol, drugs, or something. Clarify, what's para nirvana? What is that? What is para nirvana? Okay, something's not going in somebody's favor. They don't know what direction to go with something. They're not happy with the results. The King of Wands, the World card, because something's over. Somebody could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. The Nine of Pentacles. Somebody could be an earth sign, could have earth and fire in their chart. Yeah, that has to let something go because the sun in reverse, something's not going in their favor because they were working on some magic and they were being destructive and reckless with the Knight. Yeah, with somebody from the past. And they were trying to create some kind of storm or illusion, but it got blocked or returned to sender. Yeah, something got blocked, returned to sender, and illuminated that they paid somebody to do something and they had to release it and let it go. So somebody might be either sick or sick to the point where they might be dying right now. Okay. All right. Let's get a QUAN Oracle card and start to read. And since solar plexus, root chakra, and heart came out, I will pull an eternal crystal oracle card at the end of this read. All right. What is the QUAN Oracle card, please and thank you? What is the QUAN Oracle card, please and thank you? Child, y'all would not even believe how insane the devil is. I like literally have to have protection damn near standing right outside my gate and my door. Like literally. That's how many people have been coming to my home that literally do not know me personally. Demons coming to attack me. Like literally. I literally have to have damn near a police officer standing in front of my damn gate, or so, like you know, some kind of guard at my damn gate, literally, because that's how many demons are literally running at my house, in the empty house behind mine, to see if they can get proximity to me in front. And I'm not from this country. I'm a stranger. How can I have up to 10 to 20 people a day come into my home to throw black magic at me, literally, in the front, in the back, on the side, trying to sneak at night, trying to sneak before the sun comes up at 5 in the morning, around the clock? I mean, you would think I'm making it up. It's insane. When you know you have like a divine calling on your life, it's unbelievable how many demons like get into action. Like, are you kidding me? It's like literally unbelievable. Like every day, it's like different new ones, and they coming on the side of my house. You know, they coming from the front, they coming from the back. And I'm like, this is real. Like, if I put a camera outside my house right now, y'all would see these men crouching down and running along the side of my gate, right? I'm not lying. If you want me to record it, I'll record it and post it. In the day, all day and all night, I have men and some women crouching down, trying to duck so nobody could see them. Literally in the back of my home, in the side, and in the front, and on the other side, in every direction, trying to sneak and get past the police or whoever this guard is outside my house. Literally. All day long to throw black magic at me, all day and all night. I promise you. Before 5 o'clock in the morning, they trying to creep, hiding behind houses and ducking in the dark. In the evening, when the minute the sun's going down, all day from sun up to sundown. If I leave my house, they wait for me to come back. And the minute I walk through the door and they look through their eye camera, they let them know, hurry up, she just went back in the house. And they come running, about 3 of them, back to back. And then 3 come from the other direction. And I mean, it's like real spiritual warfare, for real, for real. That's how important I know my mission is. It's insane. You would not believe it. I'm like, I am not that important. It is not that serious. It's crazy. You're like, are y'all serious? Do y'all, I mean, I know y'all are being paid, you know, to run up on me like this. But really, one person, it's like little devil soldiers running up on me. And I'm like, I'm just one woman. How dangerous can one woman be? One woman, one mic, one message. All I need is one mic. All I need is one mic. Come on. I know I got a Nas fan out here. Where's Empress Love Love at? I said, all I need is one mic. Y'all corny. What is the Kuan Yin Oracle card? What is the Kuan Yin Oracle card? Okay, somebody got it. Dang. Yeah, y'all supposed to be quicker than that. Sorry, I know all of y'all ain't like from the golden age of hip hop. I don't get it. I got 3 of them. Okay, let's get it. Yes, thank you for the mic. Who gave me a mic? Who gave me the mic? Thank you, Jimmy. What Jemima? Hi Hong. I know you made that name up. I know you lying, but thank you, Combat 4293. I know you lying. Thank you, Bridgemore. Okay. I know it's early, y'all. It's early. Okay, Kuan Yin. What you talking about, Kuan Yin? The Yin. Oh yeah, the Yin Express. The Yin Express brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your soul purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine. The Yin Express herself. You gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your purpose. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work now. Be at peace. You shall thrive. Amen. Can I get an ashe? See, your soul's purpose is healing the divine feminine. It don't got nothing to do with just women. The divine feminine in mankind. We have thrived under a patriarchal system wherein everything we did was like a predator out of survival, strict left brain thinking, which closed us off from spiritually elevating and growing, because to survive, you have to shut down the heart chakra and operate strictly out of the lower chakras. And that caused a disconnection from your kundalini sexual energy. It causes the disconnection from allowing it to flow up so that you can have creativity, and it blocks the flow of love. You understand? And this is how you manifest abundance without having to do blood sacrifice and without having to make spiritual contracts and do other things. Okay. But you can't get there when you're surviving in a patriarchal society and you have to close off your heart because you're being treated like an object. You're being treated like a sexual object only, and the only connection you're able to make in your relationships and marriage is sexual ones only. You're not allowed to connect with your heart, okay? And you have to wear a mask, which means whoever your real personality is, you have to wear a mask because you're trying to survive in a patriarch, right? Trying to survive in a patriarch means you have to follow Shira Seven's advice. Now, of course, if you're on the spiritual path of enlightenment, you're not going to follow that advice. But in a patriarch where you are treated like an object and not seen as a human being for survival from the code, for survival, for food on the table, survival of you and your children, and not having any other options or choices, you have to shut down your heart chakra and you cannot be yourself because you have to fulfill a fantasy. And it causes a lot of damage, not just to the divine feminine in women, but the divine feminine in men. Because now, even men that are genuine and truly loving can't connect with their emotions authentically because they are being conditioned to see women in an objective way and peer pressured to only objectify women. Okay. And then when they connect with women that have been conditioned by patriarchy to only connect for resources, they don't feel genuine love. the authenticity of an organic relationship where you genuinely love each other, the genuine energy you feel, and it blocks prosperity too. You understand? Everybody's getting blocked and robbed here. Okay. So your job is to heal the divine feminine in both men and women from the patriarchy that affected both men and women, because it blocked a lot of men from their emotions, which embody empathy and compassion, which allow them to be emotionally intelligent and fine tuned to their wife and children's emotions, which would make things flow better. You understand? It put them into a shallow energy that ultimately doesn't benefit them either. Okay? So your job is to heal divine feminine in both men and women, so we can all reconnect with our empathy, compassion, open our heart chakra and love, and that'll help us to become more emotionally intelligent and connect us with our higher intuition. The higher intuition will give us better foresight. We'll have more wisdom. It'll open us up to more creativity, and it'll help us to attract the things that we want in life that are positive. It'll teach us a higher spiritually elevated way of living and thriving and surviving. Okay? Immortal treasures. Within you are precious immortal treasures, gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, whether formally or informally. Your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer, in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that this is unfolding for you now. Okay? Oh, yeah. You have a way of healing. And sometimes it can be traditional. Sometimes you can say things that you're expected to say that are politically correct. And sometimes you might cuss everybody out and call people all kind of sucking whores, to get your point across. But that's highly unusual way of healing. Believe it or not. That's a way of healing too. That bitter, cold, cutthroat, straight up and down, raw, honest truth without holding anything back. Because everything does not attract the same thing. There are some people that are conservative that want to hear their messages in a certain type of way, but there are other people that just want everything raw and uncut. You understand? They want you to say things exactly as they are because they're just like that. I know I'm like that. I like people to sugarcoat nothing for me. And I don't like nobody dancing around and beating around the bush. Just say it. Just call it what it is. Just say it exactly like she a D-sucking whore. Yep, that's exactly what she is. And yep, yes, she deserves to die because she did a million death spells on you. She's unrepentant, and that's her karma. It's time for her to go. No, she's not going to stop. She's going to spiritually attack you until the day she dies. Yeah, so it's better she go now than later. Yep, time to go. It is what let's do a balloon release. Yeah, that's the way of healing, giving people the raw, bitter, honest truth. Oh, well, you shouldn't say that. Why not? Is it the truth or a lie? I'll apologize if it's a lie. But if what I said is the truth, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for saying the truth, even though it don't sound nice. So what? Sometimes you got to be cutthroat. I don't have no cut cards over there. All right. And the last one is Shining Lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of challenge. At other times, we are ready to take a risk and allow the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. Oh, what is the energy crown in this read? Holy Divine Spirit. What is the energy crown in this read? Please and thank you. So I got people crawling up the back of my gate like ants, lining up to throw black magic. I ain't lying. It's crazy. I'm like, good Lord. I mean, like, I'm in another country. I know my mission ain't that. Is my mission really that important? What? Give me two cards for the energy, crown, and this read. All right. Somebody is really unsatisfied about something. This is an older person in some very distorted, chaotic energy, Aries energy here. Okay. Let's get some energy on it for y'all. Clarify this Emperor in reverse. Clarify this Emperor in reverse. Someone is an opportunist. So there is an Emperor in reverse that is an opportunist. Now, all of us are dark and light. Everybody is not all everything bad. You're going to see good and positive and negative traits about everybody. All of us have our higher self and lower self. All of us have been a devil in one person's life and an angel in another. Like, what was that movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, or 7 or something like that? Why is this Emperor in the reverse? Please and thank you. Shoot. Dang, they flew out here. This is an overly logical thinker. They're dishonest and deceptive. They're shallow and surface level. I have wisdom here. I have, they don't love you. You give good narc supplies. This person is jealous of you. They are strong and can think for themselves. No one can influence them. And then I have love. We'll see what energies are out here. Somebody all mixed up. Somebody got all kind of different emotions running through them. So this could be a woman or a man. Okay. There's an Emperor in the reverse here, Aries energy. Somebody is jealous of you, baby. And somebody does not know the difference between love and narc supply. Okay. Of course, you're in reverse if you don't know the difference between love and narc supply. That means attention equals love to you. And you don't know if that attention is good or bad, or if it's self-motivated because I want something from you. But the fact that you're getting attention, that says that you love me. So this is someone clearly that might have might have some abandonment issues from childhood. This is somebody that maybe didn't get the attention they wanted in childhood, or maybe they were not celebrated in their youth or something like that. And if they were not celebrated in their youth and given attention or recognition in childhood or youth, any attention is going to feel like love to them. Okay. So this is someone that don't know the difference between real love and narc supply, which equates positive attention, positive energy. Okay. This is someone that is dishonest and deceptive. They are shallow and surface level. So this is someone that's shallow. They don't go deeper. They don't look deeper. They only can see things from a surface level. So that means their consciousness and awareness is not functioning out of love yet. They're still out of survival mode because they have shadow work to do. And there are aspects of their confidence and self-esteem that needs to be healed still. Things that are attributed to their emotional safety or physical safety that have not been addressed yet. This is someone that doesn't feel safe. This is someone that doesn't feel emotionally safe. This is somebody that their awareness is only what they can see things look like on the surface. Okay, they lack foresight, and it's an overly logical thinker. So this is someone that's not connected yet with empathy and compassion and love. So they try to make moves only with the left brain, what makes sense to them, only logical moves. See, but the problem with people in this air energy that don't balance it out with their divine feminine energy is they only think inside of a square box. And the only moves that they can make are like this: up, down, uh, 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 uh. You understand? And oftentimes, when they're trying to strategize against a person that's balanced in their masculine and feminine energy, that means somebody knows how to combine their logical mind with their intuition. Because you can't only go off of your logical mind. You need to be able to interpret energy too, because you can get lies People can show you a false narrative. People can trick you when you only operate out of your logical mind. A person that's balanced can swim and fly circles around a person that's only logical, because you can tune into the frequencies and the energies of people, places, and things and get the real story while they're still looking at what's on the surface. You understand? Let me quickly explain. An overly logical thinker goes to a car auction and they look at a car that they're interested in, and they open up the engine and see oil all over the engine, and they use their logical mind to determine if there's oil on the engine, that means something's wrong with it. That's what logic says. So I'm not going to buy this car. Now, the person that's balanced with their intuitive function is going to use their intuition to go deeper and be like, well, there's oil on this car, on the engine, but I would like to examine the engine because I know that people will manipulate the physical appearance of something that has value in order to obtain it before someone else does. So let me go ahead and test the engine myself. Now, you can literally make a connection with a woman and a man. An overly logical thinker will get advice from another man about a woman he's interested in. And the advice that he gets will be, well, look at her. She doesn't look like she is a beauty queen, or that she's dressed up real fancy. She doesn't look like she has money or comes from wealth. She doesn't look like she has status or popularity. No, she doesn't have any value. And that overly logical thinker will reject a woman thinking she doesn't have any value because someone is looking at something that's surface level. And that person that's balanced with their intuition knows that someone that wants something for themselves is going to want to cloak and disguise the thing that has value as something that doesn't have value because they want it for themselves. Okay, so they're gonna convince the overly logical thinker that you don't have any value to turn them away from you. And as soon as they turn their back, they're gonna go get you. And the reason they're gonna go get you is because they see your value, but they see that it's hidden, and they know the overly logical thinker is not smart enough to look deeper. Okay, so somebody is shallow, surface level, and an overly logical thinker. Clarify why is love here? A King of Cups. Someone could be a father figure. The Empress in reverse. Somebody could be an older person. The Empress in reverse is Libra energy, Pisces energy, Sagittarius energy. Something is balanced. Okay, somebody might have tried to take some action to do something, but something's getting balanced because something's about to happen very quickly. The Three of Swords reverse, and someone's in a mental imprisonment now. Somebody love, clarify that love. Oh, somebody wants to celebrate with somebody that is emotionally intelligent. So whoever you are, you might have a very strong Pisces placement in your chart. Queen of Cups is Pisces energy, but you are emotionally intelligent and you are emotionally responsible. You're highly intuitive and you're full of love and empathy and compassion in a balanced way. And someone wants to celebrate with you and give you some love. Okay. And somebody can't move forward and get away with something. Okay. So there's somebody else that, okay, your divine masculine is coming toward you. Whoever this other person is, the Empress in reverse, this person is not happy about that. Okay. Somebody is strong and can think for themselves. Okay. The King of Swords. So somebody has put up a strong boundary with somebody and they walked away and pulled their energy away from somebody that's an overly logical thinker, because they have found the sun, and the sun is you. Okay. Whoever you are the sun. Okay. But the overly logical thinker, the Emperor in reverse, he couldn't see your value because he's shallow on surface level, and he couldn't see that other people were trying to hide your value. Other people were manipulating your environment, and they were manipulating your reputation, and they were manipulating all kind of things about you because of your value. Literally, you understand? This fool couldn't see that somebody went to the auction and saw a brand new car that runs perfectly. And they took some oil. They took some used dark oil that smells, and they opened up the engine of the car when nobody was looking, and they dumped oil all over a brand new engine. And they threw a dead fish inside the brand new car. And they were hoping that anybody that looked at that brand new car would instantly be turned off by it, because when the auction is over, they were going to go in and try to get the brand new car for as cheap as possible. They wanted to be the only one to bid on it, and they wanted to get it. Whoever this fool is, there's an Emperor in reverse here. That's Aries energy. Any sign, okay? This person couldn't see that there were a whole bunch of people that knew your value and they knew your worth. So they all were working together to literally do everything they could to muck up your energy, to make you look like you had no value, to make you look like you were not intellectual, to do things to mess up your beauty spells on you, spell work to mess with your hair, your beauty, your skin, to spell work to mess with your weight, to try to make you depressed, to mess with your spiritual gifts and abilities. These people were trying to dump all kind of crap on you to disguise your value. They didn't want someone to know your value. And somebody else that has foresight and wisdom and intuition, because they've balanced their masculine and feminine energy, they were able to see your value through what these people were trying to be sneaky and do. And they found out you are the sun. And they put a boundary up with all these people that were trying to trick them and hook them up with trash. Somebody was trying to literally make something or someone that is actual trash look like it had value. I mean, it's like what I'm getting is the audacity. Oh, I got it, baby. Don't worry. The audacity is what I'm hearing. The audacity. This person was connected. This person was hooked up and connected with a woman that it's like a masculine that is not shallow, and he gets married to a woman that has inner beauty that might not be considered physically appealing. Now, I'm going to say this in an insensitive way, because I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I'm saying it like this to make a point. It's like a man marries and gets in a relationship with an ugly woman. Okay, a physically ugly woman. I'm just making this as a point. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but he gets with an ugly woman with an ugly attitude that's nasty. Okay, and he gets married to her, and he does everything, rubs her feet, I love you, blah 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 blah. And then she turns around because he's treating her right and assumes that she's way more than she actually is, and she starts treating him like trash. And not only does she treat him like trash, she turns around and cheats on him. And then he finds out about it, and he's like, oh, you witch, you got the audacity. I was like I was trying not to be shallow with you. I was trying to go deeper. I was looking past the physical. I was trying to love you on a more deeper level, but for real, you ugly. You ugly and you stupid. You stupid and you ugly, but yet I loved you. I loved you. You stupid and you ugly, and I loved you, right? And I looked past that, and I was faithful. I was even faithful to you. I'm just using this as an example. And I did everything to provide for you and to give you everything that you wanted. And you had the audacity to cheat on me while you broke and ugly. What the audacity of you? How dare you? It's like, I'm gonna show you. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Y'all know I'm stupid. Give me a minute. No, don't stop me, YouTube. Hold on. They don't want me to show you. This is what he did, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what he did. I'm gonna show you what he did. This man was trying to put a ring on Oscar the Grouch's girlfriend. Her name is Grouchetta. I didn't even know he had one. This who he put a ring on, right? He went up to her and said, "You so fine. I love you to the end of time. I want you to be my woman. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna cherish you, and me and you, we gonna be together, okay? And I'm gonna provide for you, and I'm gonna be the best man that I can be." And because because this man said this to Oscar the Grouch's girlfriend here, okay, because he did this to her, she thought that she was a beauty queen. And she went out, the only thing missing is her eyelashes. And she put some 10-inch eyelashes on and cheated on him. She went out and cheated on him because it went to her head because this man was being so faithful to her and loving her and trying to take care of her and do everything for her. And she was like, "Oh man, all these compliments, all this love, all this loyalty to me. I must be all that. I must be that girl. I am that bitch." Okay. And this is who she really is. And this is what she really looks like. But because he gave her so much validation, okay, she started thinking that she looked like Nia Long or Fantasia or what's her name from Housewives of Atlanta, Portia. But this is what she really looked like, ugly and stupid. You understand? And he was trying to put a ring on it. Okay. And then she went and cheated on him. She went and cheated on this man. And he turned and said, "You have audacity. I'm the one that pumped your head up and made you think that you were gorgeous and beautiful." Her name is Grungetta. Yes. Yes. But it went to her head, and this woman lost her mind. She lost her mother ever whatever. And this is the woman that was trying to replace you. Yeah, her hair looks like that, for real. This woman that was trying to replace you, that's what her hair really looks like. That's what she looks like when she wakes up in the morning, before she cakes up her face with makeup. That's exactly what she looks like when she wakes up in the morning. Just like that. Okay? And she had the audacity to have this man emotionally codependent to her validation in what she thought about him. And when he woke up from the spell, he was like, "What the F?" He broke out of the spell and was like, "What the F? I wanted validation from you and your ugly friends. What was I thinking?" And he walked his energy away. And then he was able to see that you were actually the sun. And then the spiritual blindness that he was going through, he was healed from. And he saw her. She had audacity. This woman literally had the audacity to act like he needed her validation. And that's what she looked like. But she had this man thinking he needed validation from her. Okay? What's the obstacle now? And whoever this masculine is right here, this is someone that did not see your value. What is the obstacle? Give me 2 cards for the obstacle. The sun is out again. Somebody can't create an illusion. Somebody could be a Leo with the sun energy here, and the King of Wands reverse energy. Somebody might be a Leo prostitute. I don't know with that sun. Or they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Or someone could have a lot of fire in their chart. But what I have here is passion in the reverse. Passion in the reverse. Now, fire signs are very passionate. They take action. They give you a lot of energy, fiery energy and attention. But sometimes it's not, they don't know the difference between real attention, love, and narc supply. Somebody might have given someone a lot of passion and energy and attention. But if this is a person that lacks discernment, then they're not going to know the difference between a whole bunch of energy, love bombing, and attention because I want something from you versus genuine, authentic attention because I appreciate you. And I exist in the energy of gratitude and appreciation for who you are. I don't have to perform a whole bunch of attention and energy. I just exist and in a balanced way, have normal exchanges with you because I want to be here and I want to be with you and I want to have exchanges with you that are normal intensity. It's not always about a whole bunch of passion, and energy. Okay. That dies down. That's a whole bunch of performing. Okay. It's about genuine interaction, genuine flow, just existing in the moment and being who you are and being around and with who you want to be with and giving attention in a normal way to someone that you gravitate toward naturally. Not because you have some self-interest, some self-motivated interest. So, I have to go pay you an energy so I can get what I want from you. You understand? So this is a prostitute here, could be a fire sign that was working together with other people to trick this person, but they couldn't confuse someone and cause an illusion. Clarify, give me 2 cards for the recent past. I have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Give me 2 cards. Wow. So in the recent past, something could have happened. Someone might have made a very quick and strategic move to end a cycle so that they could come together with the High Priestess. Y'all see these cards. The World card means someone learned their lesson. Okay. The World card, somebody completed their enlightenment and now they are a match. Okay. For whoever you are. The World card, enlightenment, and the High Priest. This might be your match. The person coming toward you might actually be a priest. Okay. Y'all might be priest and high priestess from ancient Kemet. Who knows? Y'all might have some. I'm telling you, y'all are both very old souls that have traveled through ages together. You have traveled ages together. You understand? Y'all might have been sitting on a throne beside each other during a dynasty at one point. Okay. This person coming toward you, they are connected to their higher intuitive function now, but in a healthy, balanced way. That means the World card. Something just recently ended because this person, your ancestors, they picked this person out for you specifically. One, because you have a contract from many different seasons and moons, but also because this person is very strategic. They are like a military, they're like a military strategist is what I'm getting. Whoever this man is, he is a military strategist that does not operate out of his ego. He operates out of clarity. Thank you, Spirit. He operates out of pure clarity. And the only way that he can operate out of clarity is by having a balanced ego, okay? Because that allows him to see situations clearly, okay? And be level-headed so that he makes good decisions. And he's the best man for you. And that's why he's selected, okay? He's a military strategist, okay? Someone with an unbalanced ego is not going to see situations clearly, and they will allow themselves to be love bombed and easily manipulated. When you don't have control over your ego, then people will use that as a tool against you. It's called psychological jujitsu, and it works on a lot of people. Give me 2 more cards for what's going on right now with this. Okay, I have the Knight of Cups. Someone might have water in their chart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody might have their boundary up. Okay, right now, somebody might be operating out of some very strategic energy right now. The King of Swords, that's more of that military, st- str- sorry, wow, my mouth is all twisted. Maybe somebody has trouble communicating, but this person is operating again using strategy. Military strategy is what I'm getting. Okay, that's why they're coming out as the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords over here. Okay, uh they might have a heavy water placement in their chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and they're planning to reverse an ending with you, okay, with that death card reverse. And they're planning to do it very quickly, and they're planning to do it very quietly. The Seven of Swords here is not talking about something being stolen. It's talking about tiptoe. It's talking about doing something quietly. And the reason he's tiptoeing is not to draw a whole bunch of attention and energy to you or to himself, which is part of military strategy. And not just that, because he knows the warfare that you've been under, and he's been under, and it's been hell. And he knows that both of you need a break and rest. You don't need to be crowded, and you don't need attention, and you don't need people, crowding your space and looking for ways to cause problems for you. So he's tiptoeing towards you. I'm hearing you don't know the day nor the hour. And I know that's in the Bible, when the Son of Man cometh. But they're telling me to tell whoever you are, you don't know the day nor the hour that this man is coming towards you, because he's coming toward you tiptoeing very quietly, so as not to cause a big upheaval, because you've been through enough with the spiritual warfare, and he knows that you're exhausted, and the same with him. Okay, and both of you are going to be able to rest and heal together. Okay. All right, let me see if there's any other cards out here. I don't think I need to clarify any more of these. This is straight to the point. Okay. All right. Why? All right. Okay. Prostitution. Take a bow. Okay. They told me to throw the cards. I said, okay. Y'all be like, what is wrong with you? They literally said, no, throw them. I ain't lying. That's what they told me to do just now. They told me throw the cards, and I did. There you go. So there's a prostitute out here that was playing crazy, stupid gaslighting games with somebody. They were putting on a world-class performance. And then I have take a bow. So part of this is, I feel like somebody that wanted to take your place, the person that wanted to take your place, they're not healed. Okay. They haven't done their shadow work yet. The card is falling out, but they want me to say it. This person has an underlying hidden Willie Lynch issue at play, and they're an intentional camel toe. They dress sexy for attention. Okay. So the person that is a prostitute that was gaslighting this person and trying to play with their confidence and play with their mind, this Willie Lynch issue that they deal with, it could deal with color, whether they're dark or light. It could deal with features, hair texture, shape, etc. If you point it out to them, they'll deny it. But this person actually has a Willie Lynch issue. Okay. Okay. They're telling me this person's Willie Lynch issue, this person has an issue with darker skinned people. This is a person that they're telling me this person is golden complected, like they have a golden complexion, like Mary J. Blige. I'm picking up on somebody that might have a caramel golden complexion naturally. not like they're light skin and then they tan to gold. Their natural complexion is like a gold. Their natural complexion is like a gold for somebody, caramel, like a dark caramel color. But they have some kind of Willie Lynch issue wherein they look at people that are darker than them a certain type of a way. They might even open up their mouth and come out the mouth and say things to people like, girl, don't be, your kids are too dark. Don't be having that baby in the sun like that. Whoever this person is, they have a Willie Lynch issue, some kind of colorism issue with about them. Okay. And they're also an intentional camel toe that dresses sexy for attention. Okay. All right. What else? No, it's a natural death. Somebody has a childhood history of molestation, this low vibrational copycat. This person might have arranged to have nerve gas used on you. This is somebody, this might be like an NPC. This might be someone that's like an NPC. She might have had arranged something with someone in the military to have nerve gas released on you. Something about her solar plexus here. Messing with someone's car, financially codependent, does not want to work. You need to take a real spiritual bath ASAP. Okay. This person is under spiritual judgment because they were working with the NSA to use an energy weapon on your crown chakra. Yeah. Whoever this person is, they're an NPC. There's somebody most likely that has been taken over because of the open doors, the gaps in their aura, the gaps in their aura due to childhood molestation. Okay, which is really sad because most NPCs have some kind of trauma that they were not strong enough to overcome, and they've been taken over by a spirit that has connected to them based off of something that traumatized them, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Tell me about this low vibrational copycat. The Nine of Pentacles. Somebody could have Earth in their chart. Okay. The Nine of Swords. Someone's in a mental imprisonment. Clarify, no, it's a natural death because of the spell work they did. All the spell work. Clarify, no, it's a natural death. Yeah, this person's holding on with the Four of Pentacles. They couldn't backstab and betray you, and they didn't want to let it go. And that's why the Devil reversed. Yeah, they can't attack you anymore. The Devil reversed. No, it's a natural death. Yeah. The Hermit reversed. This person is, she's a prostitute, and she's depressed and sad. She could be a Virgo. Yeah, she could have Virgo in her chart, or she could have Aries, Leo, Sag in her chart. But yeah, she's a prostitute. She's a prostitute. She has a heavy Virgo placement in her chart. That's why perfectionism came out. And she's forced now. She didn't want to let you go. And she's being forced to let you go through death. But that's what she asked for. She's under spiritual judgment for not having any empathy and compassion with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah. The Queen of Cups. She tried to curse you. Yeah. She tried to curse you. She might have tried to curse you using other people. She has to let it go. That's it. I don't got to go no further. She's dying. That's it. She's under spiritual judgment. There's your message. So there's a prostitute. She's the intentional camel toe that has to dress sexy for attention with the Willie Lynch issue. Okay. She's a low vibrational copycat. She's dying because she refused to let you go. She has to die because that's the only way she was going to release you was through her cold, dead fingers and hands. That's what she said. That's really what she said to God. She said, the only way I'm going to release you is in my cold, dead fingers. So God said, okay, wish granted. You'll go ahead and die. And this woman, she's still spiritually attacking you. And she's going to spiritually attack you until she's dead. So, she'll die soon. Don't worry, because that's what she wanted. And this is her spiritual judgment. Okay. Okay. Holy Divine Spirit, I want you to please give me the recommended Eternal Crystal Oracle card for anyone that might need a recommendation of a gem or a crystal or guidance for their solar plexus, sacral, or heart chakra. Solar plexus, sacral, or heart chakra, please and thank you. Solar plexus, sacral, or heart chakra, please and thank you. Solar plexus, sacral, or heart chakra. All right, what is the message? Oh, no, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is any man or woman that embodies empathy, compassion, heightened intuition. It's someone that's emotionally intelligent. Okay. The Queen of Cups could also represent a Scorpio, a Pisces, Cancer placement, not necessarily in the sun. It can be anywhere in their chart. It could represent somebody that is in some emotionally intelligent energy. It can represent a whole lot of things. Okay. Don't take these readings literally. It can represent a Pisces or another water sign. It could represent a water placement. You can't take any of these things literally. These have so many different meanings to these cards. It doesn't mean, I'm a Queen of Cups. I'm a mother. It could also represent a mother figure or a father figure even. Okay. So, it can represent different things. Okay. All right. What is the recommended Eternal Crystal Oracle card? Okay. All right. So what's this? Clear quartz. Okay. For somebody, clear quartz for the crown chakra for meditation. Okay. I'm going to put this over here. Clear quartz for when you're meditating. This is what came out first, and I'm going to read it to you. Okay. Green aventurine for new opportunities for the heart chakra. And this other one is carnelian for self-confidence for both the root and the sacral chakra. Okay, they just told me to read this one first. Okay, carnelian, number 9. Carnelian, self-confidence, root and sacral chakra. Stand tall, be self-confident and positive. Let your light shine brightly because there is an energy of great success around you today. The success may come in the form of important gatherings, business meetings, or even personal accomplishments. As your light shines brightly, notice how people are naturally attracted and drawn to you. Like attracts like. So if you want to attract a positive, self-confident person into your life, you need to be that like yourself. If you feel like you need more self-confidence and you want to regain your sense of self-worth, do something positive that you enjoy doing. When you do something which makes you happy, your spirit shines brightly, which makes you even more magnetic. If you can't think of anything that you'd like to do today, it may be a sign that it's really time to try to reawaken your inner creativity. Dare to dream, think outside the box, and start to experience life again and feel, taste, and smell. Perhaps go somewhere that you have never been before, or do something out of the ordinary to stimulate your senses and to expand your vision. Carnelian gives you the energy and self confidence and adds spice and passion to your life. It also encourages you to think clearly about what you want to accomplish in your life and to focus on what you would like to achieve. Think about what you need to do to make that happen, and then take the first step towards one of your goals. Carnelian. Okay. I feel like that was the message they really wanted to get out. Somebody might have a new opportunity coming toward them. Green aventurine. Okay. Okay, final message. I'm feeling myself too. The 114. I'm feeling myself too, child. All right, final message. Final message, please, and thank you. Final message, please, and thank you. Final message, please, and thank you. Give me 3 cards to end this read. Please and thank you. Yeah, someone couldn't create an illusion. Yeah, somebody couldn't get away with the illusion. Somebody was trying to swap you out for a prostitute. Final message. What is the final message? The audacity. Like, at least get something close to the energy that you embody, not a prostitute. Come on. Yeah, somebody's spell work might have backfired against you, Queen of Cups. All right, one more card to end out this reading. It might be an Aquarius, or an air sign. An air sign might have threw some spell work at you today. Okay, it was several people. Okay, yeah, but it got illuminated. Somebody communicated something. Okay, whoever you are, Queen of Cups, mother figure. Somebody came up against you to throw some magic at you today, but it did backfire with the magician. It wasn't one person, of course. Several people, of course. Several people came together and they threw some spell work at you, and somebody got someone communicated to somebody. Somebody saw what they were doing. Yeah, because something got illuminated in my pre-shuffle. They showed me that there's someone in your community. Okay, this is what they showed me in the pre-shuffle. The reason somebody doesn't want to let go of something, and this is not someone that knows you personally, it's just someone that was paid to throw spell work at you because they're in proximity, they're close to you. There's someone in your community that's being put out of their home. They were put up in a home that doesn't belong to them. And this person, maybe they were homeless or they substandard living. And somebody put them up in a nice place to live in and told them that if they wanted to stay in this place, they have to attack you spiritually. And this is how they get people. This is literally how they get people to be going hard spiritually attacking you that don't know you. So whoever that person is, they started throwing a tantrum because you are not being affected by the spell work. And they told this person today that they would have to move out of whatever place they put this person up in, they told them they have to move out today. They're getting kicked out. Okay. So wherever they were put up in, it was an upgrade to wherever they were living at before. And because the spell work didn't hit you, the person that paid them or arranged for them to stay there told them they have to get out. And that's why they kirked off and got angry, and they got together in a group to spiritually attack you. They don't even know you personally. They might not even know what your face even looks like unless they showed them a picture of you. The fact that they getting kicked out of their home because the spell work backfired is why they're angry. It don't have nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. They don't know you personally. All they know is I was living in a shelter, and now I'm living in a house that's being paid for, that's comfortable, with a fridge full of food. You understand? Or I'm in some kind of comfort right now. Whoever that, and I have beer in the fridge, cigarette. I'm comfortable right now. That's all they know. You understand? The people that they get. So this person got triggered and angry because they're like, it's because of you that my comfortability is changing right now. So I have to attack you to stay comfortable. There was a movie that came out a very long time ago, and it was like these rich people that were coming into a community, and they just kept paying different random people to do stuff to each other in the community. And everybody in the community was doing stuff to each other, putting spikes on the ground to flatten their neighbor's tire. And it was like these rich young adults and kids for their own entertainment that just had money to blow, and they just kept paying different people to do stuff to other people's lives. And it reminded me of gang stalking. This was a movie that came out years ago. And it's like they were playing with people's lives because they had so much money. So it's kind of given, you playing with people's emotions and lives, telling them you and your kids can move into this house, but you have to spiritually attack this person to the point where we can see that it's working. If it's not working, you're going to have to get out and go back to how you were living in a car with your children or something like that. So it's like people in survival mode doing things to survive. And then they see you as their enemy because you're a threat to their survival, because the person's going to cut them off from the resource, from the home, from the money, if they don't do to you what they have to. And being in an environment like that, where these type of people have access to you, a lot of times is why a lot of people like to separate themselves and live at a distance. Okay. But they don't know what direction to go now, because they have to move. Okay. And the spell work backfired, and they've been told they have to leave. One final card, and we'll finish this. Yeah. Somebody got kicked out of somebody's energy, or kicked out of something, because they were in the same energy. And now someone's moved to calmer waters, because they cannot persevere, or they can't keep something going. Okay. With the Chariot reverse, they can't keep something going. Okay. Guys, I am QUAN, and this is love of the highest vibration. If ain't nobody tell you today, let me tell you, I love you. And y'all take into account the people that you allow to have access to you. I'm not talking about lovers and people in relationship. I'm talking about family and friends. Y'all be careful out there. You listen to when I quote what love is at the beginning of every reading. And then look at your friends that you allow to have access to you, and look at your family. If they don't embody every single last one of those things that love is, cut them off, disconnect them. You can't trust them. Not in 2026. If your family and your friends are not patient with you, if they're not kind to you, if they envy you, if they're real overly boastful, if they're overly proud, if they dishonor you, if they're only self-seeking, if they're easily angered and pop off at you, if they keep records of every single wrongdoing you ever did since childhood, if they get excited about and rejoice and delight in evil, if they don't protect you emotionally, physically, protect you from slander, protect you from people that want to harm and hurt you emotionally, physically, protect you financially, meaning if someone's trying to make you lose your job or cause an imbalance for you, you know, if they don't trust you or you don't trust them, if they don't have any hope in you, then they don't love you. Okay. And you need to eject them up out your life. Look at your family members, and if they don't embody what love is, cut them out your life. Anybody that does not love you is a liability at this point. You should feel safe emotionally and physically with anyone that has access to you, or they should not have access. I'm Kuan Yin.